Alright, here's the Corsair. It's probably the most powerful out of the three Alliance ships, but it has its own weaknesses, the biggest of which is this balloon, which I'll explain a bit later. First off, we got this top deck. This whole thing above us is the balloon. Anything that hits that big thing hits the balloon hitbox. So next level down, we got a gun and an engine on each side. Now, you can actually, jump and use this ladder pretty effectively. You can, stamina all the way over. When jumping, you just want to make sure to keep your, aiming dot aimed at the, we're hitting a dust cloud, but yeah. And keep your aiming dot at the ladder. Now, to, jump across, here, you don't wanna jump at the edge, right there. You wanna jump, behind the edge. Just like that. You know, let's fly us away from this dust cloud. But, so, this, the ship handles kind of like a Spire, has great turning. Yeah, it's got really good turning. And it has, pretty good vertical, too. It feels kind of like a Spire. So, next deck down, we kind of got like half a deck right here with the front watch. We got one front gun. And then, if you go down one level, you're on the bottom level. There's two ways to get up to that half level right here. The ladder, and this ladder. So, this is where you would have your, gunner or span mount buff. This upper position right here could be like a wrench buff, edgy. But here, span mount buff works so well right here because, you have quick access to the whole amount of the hull. You can, keep up the, buffed engines and buff guns. Now, you might have noticed, we got 4 engines right here. Just like a squid. Only Squid and Corsairs have 4 light engines. They also got this also has a rear weapon, which, this is Zeus. I'll show you this for a second here. So we're gonna spawn 2 target dummies, and then I'm just gonna hold down the button. It's gonna shoot automatically. And watch the lightning jump. See, it takes a long time to charge. Okay, so we broke 2 components, if you look in the top left. And the other components are real damage. They probably have fires in them. Now you see both the balloons of those target dummies are going down. They're on fire. This starts fire, so it does a little bit of piercing damage. So eventually, more components are going to die. Their balloons are going to die. Their armor's going to die. It just takes a while. And yeah, that's basically the problem with Zeus. It's just way too slow. So yeah, I think we've went over the stuff. And span mob buff. Oh, and the main engine. So the main engine doesn't really have a gun to shoot. Typically, for engaging on this Corsair, one good tactic is shooting the front gun, the front watch, and then turning to the side with the great turning speed, and shooting the side, the watch, and the gat for a second until this watch reloads, and then you switch back to this watch, which you give them the watch and then turn back. Since your turning speed is so good, especially with buffed engines, and if you look now, I'm not sure where the turning dummies went, but more stuff broke in them. So yeah, the main engine will just be going around doing repairs, trying to keep chemistry up on that hole. And I'll show you the Impala for a second. It's kind of got a loud reload. Not a great fan. But you see the balloons up here. So the wrench buff NG, or this whatever NG you have right here, can help repair the balloon. But the problem is, when you're taking balloon damage, you're also probably taking engine damage. Those engines take so much more damage than, like, if they were main engines. And it does take a little bit to, go in between these engines. You don't want to use up all your stamina, so you'll probably be doing this jump a lot. But yeah, the big problem on this ship is the balloon. And when your balloon goes down, I'll try to break the balloon to show you how fast we fall, but first let's shoot this. So, yeah, we're just gonna put some, shots at the balloon, shots at the armor. Stop, go ahead. Now the balloon's gonna die, their armor's gonna die, these components are gonna die. And it just starts a lot of, fire damage. Now, it's kind of balanced in that, you can't move it once you're, shooting it. So, like, for example, I can't turn it. It does start a lot of fires, though. You can see the balloons are already going down. Pretty far. But yeah, it's got decent arcs, kind of slow turning. Yeah, the arcs are pretty decent. But yeah, you can't, once you start shooting it, you can't turn it. Which is, sort of a way to balance it. But, okay, we'll put some fire on this balloon, and we'll show you, balloon going down, and we'll turn off the AI for a second. One thing I forgot to mention, this, the armor on this thing is actually, pretty strong. It's, the armor and hull. And pretty strong being, Galleon. I think it has 800 armor. I think that's what I remember, 800 armor and, like, 1500 hull. So, it's basically like a Galleon or even more. Now, we're gonna start falling when this balloon goes down. Just watch how fast we drop. I'm just gonna spawn some target dummies for reference. Come on, fall faster. Here we go. Like a mob. Finish her off to the ground, and, you'll see our armor is still alive. And because we just have so much armor. Now, we'll also be able to see how much hull we have, which is about 1500, I think that's the calculation. So more than Galleon. You see, even though we're falling very heavily on, the ground, because of all the pressure from the balloon, it still took us a good while to die. And it doesn't seem to weigh a whole lot, maybe 200, 250, less than 300. But yeah, that's the Corsair. I think we pretty much covered it. So, for pilot, kerosene, hydrogen, and drogue chute. You really need drogue chute if your balloon's ever gonna go down. But you do not need Phoenix Claw, especially if you have buffed engines. You don't need Phoenix Claw. So, pretty much the tactic is you just shoot the front gun, then engage with the side guns. And yeah, that's pretty much it.